You will remember that one of the main goals of the education year was investing on basic skills, numeracy, literacy, and the report that we are validating during these 2 days is a product of the education year to strengthen the Nouakchott Declaration call and to improve learning by 2025 and to accelerate education adopted during the 38th Summit of the African Union in February 2025. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the campaign to end learning poverty for all in Africa is and the initiative for the fundamental literacy and numeracy will want to tackle to one of the main challenges in education, so the poverty learning. In fact, based on the statistic of UNESCO and the World Bank regarding poverty learning in Africa, 86% of children of 10 years are not able to read and understand a simple text. This recent report reminds us the profound poverty of education, of learning, and how it will also affect the future and the social development of our country. It's not only about education crisis, but a crisis in equity, opportunity, and justice. The learning poverty deprives the children from their potential and compromises the future of our society. So it is unacceptable that in 2025, million African students don't have the basic skills at the primary school, which will help them to be successful in their lives. Regarding numeracy and literacy, it's a very important step, and we need to reverse this negative trend. So we need to look into what works, real practices based on evolutive solutions that have worked in different African contexts, be it in Uganda, the structured pedagogy, or be it the learning in Ethiopia, or the targeted learning in Zambia. It's not only about case studies, but about promotional plans for systemic change at a big scale. Dear representative of member states, ladies and gentlemen, our continental strategy for education in Africa, CESA, is about a renewed fundamental education system that recognizes basic skills in numeracy, literacy in primary school, which is essential for children to help them learn, and also so that they can further the studies in secondary school as well. So we need to make sure that our intervention are scalable and to make sure that the children can be able to read at the end of the primary school, be it for a boy or a girl. It has to be clear that for us all, it should be a shared responsibility, and the government and civil society and government partners, the communities and the parents have all a role to play. Ladies and gentlemen, the long-lasting progress will depend on the reforms and to make sure that education continues beyond the primary school, and to make sure that we have the appropriate pedagogical material for the teachers, so that we have more children being able to read and write. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is very important to create an enabling environment for learning. The mapping report should look into the key interventions, which includes or involves the family, which includes the support to leadership and the community involvement, and also to implement good and evolutive practices will contribute to change this trend and to accelerate the learning by setting up fundamental learning practices